This week, let me show you how to create and use the amazing name banners that you see when I talk. Viewers might have noticed that a little window with a message pops up. I shall show you a small presentation which would be useful for you if you want to do something similar. Let me show you how to create a small image file which gets called as an overlay file in the Google Hangout terminology. I would be using a graphics manipulation program called as GIMP. GIMP. The name stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. This is a free software which everyone can download and use on their Windows or Linux computers. Let me load up GIMP. There you see the GIMP icon on my computer. Let me load it up. With the overlay file, please note down one major aspect. It actually covers the entire screen of the Google Hangout, but if you make it so that most of it is transparent, other than the text and the logo, you would be able to see me through the overlay. Now, I would open my logo so that I can use it for my overlay image. I would also be referring to this image to pick up the colors that I want to use for the name and company names that appear on the Hangout screen. So that is the logo I would be using. Let me make it a little bit bigger so that I can see it better. Now let me create a new image. This would be the new file I would be using. This file needs to be 640 pixels by 360 pixels, and most of it needs to be transparent. So let me fix that size. New 640 by 360. Okay. The trick here is to add a transparent layer to cover the whole image, but get rid of any background stuff. If that bit is confusing, you can come back to this explanation later on by rewinding this video. For now, let us move on. I need to add what is called as a transparent layer. I'll do that by going into layer menu, then transparency menu, and then add alpha channel. Now I need to get rid of this background. Since our image is so far empty, we can select any color by using this select by color tool. Select the regions with similar colors. I use that tool. Select this Now if I delete by going to edit menu and clear, I would be deleting the background. So now I am left with the transparent layer that I added. Now it appears as a gray and white checkered thing. This, as I said, represents a transparent layer. Now let us go back to the logo window, select all of it, copy it, and come back to this window, paste it. But I need to move it to suitable location, which is usually lower left hand corner. So there it is. Now I need to put my name and company name. It would be nice if the name and company name match up with the logo. They shouldn't clash. So easiest way to do that is to go back to this image. I'll use the color pick tool, which looks like an eyedropper, and let me select this orangey color. Now I come back to this new image, text. Now when I add text here, I need to increase the size to be about, I think, 26 or maybe slightly more. 30 looks good. Now I can move the text. Remember, it's a text object, so I need to select only the text object. Looks good. Now I need to put the company name. I want it to be in red. Go back there, select that red here. Now add the text. The size is a bit too big, so I need to reduce it. That sounds 26. Sounds good. Looks good. So now we are more or less done here. All we need to do is save this file as a PNG file, but to do that you need to use the export button. Let me save it as demo. Now I need to save the gamma layer, layer offset, and all of that, just to be sure. Export. It's done. Now I'm going to go into my Google Hangout screen and let me show you how to use this file that I just created. I can close this GIMP, close. I've already exported that, don't need to save any of this. Quit. I have already started Hangout, as you can see there. Now let me start the Hangout Toolbox. This toolbox, as it says there, provides several apps to improve your Hangout experience. Lower third, volume control, and comment tracker. Those are the three things which are very useful. Okay, let's get going. Here you see on right hand side of your screen what we would be using is what is called as custom overlay. I need to open the file which I just created. I created demo, open that, and I need to move this slider switch to on position. See, there it appears. Looks very nice. Now you don't have to be doing all this every time. Let me show you another trick here. You can save this as a preset. Let me save this as a demo. Type in a name there and say save. It comes there. It is saved. Now if I turn this off, you can see it's gone. If I click this, it comes back. Now the trick I'm mentioning is here. You can see I have saved several presets. Can click any of them for it to appear. In this vlog you would have seen quite a few of them. You would have seen, to start with, you would have seen this, then you would have seen this, then you would have seen this, and this. Just before we started you would have seen this. So there it is. I hope it has been useful. Hope you can create these overlay files and create these presets. That's the end of trick or treat. It's actually now your turn, Corina.